Mercedes had already confirmed that there won't be any driver announcements this weekend. Valtteri Bottas and George Russell are the primary contenders for the second seat at Mercedes for 2022, and during the Thursday press conference, they gave their opinion on how this delay and possible uncertainty affects them. I'm your host Tyler, and first up on Formula World, is Mercedes' driver announcement delay problematic for Russell and Bottas? Bottas began by confirming that there is no news to share, but chose to stay vague on whether a decision has already been made. There's no news to share. Maybe I know something, maybe I don't, but like I said, there's no news to share. George Russell echoed Bottas's thought. No news to share at this stage. There's obviously been discussions over the summer break, but there's nothing to announce one way or another this weekend, and probably not next weekend either, to be honest. Which I think is no problem. Do things right rather than quickly, let's say. He added that they do not have much choice but to trust Mercedes' decision making. I think we're both fortunate that we're both looked after in ways by Mercedes, and we both trust them to look after our futures, one way or another. From my side, speaking for myself, there's no real problems, and whether it's tomorrow, whether it's after Abu Dhabi, I guess you have to trust the people that are looking out for you. Bottas summed up this thought by stating how things will eventually sort themselves out. From my side, it's not problematic. It's nothing new for me, and the situation overall, I'm fine with it completely. Just really head down and focus for the weekend, and I'm pretty sure the next 3 weeks, they'll definitely fly by with the triple header. But things eventually will sort themselves out. Fast feed. Mercedes' Lewis Hamilton does feel like he's in better shape moving into the second half of the season, so the long COVID effects is not a concern for him. I will continue to be focused on my health and making sure I continue to get stronger through the rest of the year, Lewis reiterated. Red Bull's Max Verstappen doesn't think they need to talk about this as Formula 1. If someone crashes into you and you have to replace a part and get a penalty because of that, that's not what it should be. And if the team has to pay for any damage caused by someone else, maybe you get less stupid actions in the first corner. Then you think more about the possible impact on yourself and the team, Max added. Red Bull's Chief Technical Officer Adrian Newey has stated that if the budget cap can be monitored safely and equally for everyone, he has no problem with it. But I still see some grey areas, and that worries me. As an engineer, I like to be creative with the resources available to me. If there are fewer, no problem, but as I said, I can live with the budget ceiling as long as it's the same for everyone, Newey surmised. Alpine's Fernando Alonso pointed out that it's been a tricky season for everyone, but they've shown progress as a team, and the result in Hungary serves as a good example of this progression. They're targeting more positive memories for the rest of this season, but also crucially from the next year onwards with the new regulation changes coming into Formula 1. He reiterated that he has been a big supporter of the need for a level playing field and change in the sport, and the 2022 season will be a great opportunity for that. Williams' George Russell thinks that Nick de Vries is a fantastic driver. He's a Formula 2 champion and a Formula E champion. He definitely has the speed, charisma and attitude that a Formula 1 driver needs. Unfortunately, Formula 1 only has room for 20 drivers. So, before a great driver can make his entrance, another great driver has to leave. The situation is not that simple, but he deserves to be here. Well, obviously I think that it's going to be a very emotional documentary for many people. For a lot of people, when they were growing up, they watched my dad, so it's been very emotional to see it. Haas driver Mick Schumacher stated, referring to the upcoming documentary on his father. The best thing I could say is for everyone to just have a look at it. Just watch it and experience it for themselves, because I don't really want to, let's say, spoil too much, he added. Will Nick de Vries be on the 2022 Formula 1 grid? Head over to our community page to vote in the poll, and let us know what you think in the comments. And if you like this video, feel free to subscribe and check out our others for all the latest in the world of Formula 1.